Have you ever stood in the heart of New York's financial district, looked up, and just felt small, surrounded by these towering giants of glass and stone? It's easy to feel the sheer weight of history and power that radiates from this place. But how did this concrete jungle, the undisputed capital of global finance, come to be? The story of the financial district isn't just about money. It's a story told in architecture, a visual timeline of ambition, power, and resilience. Today, we're going to peel back the layers of this iconic neighborhood, from a humble trading post to the home of Wall Street giants. Let's rewind the clock to the 17th century. Long before skyscrapers pierced the clouds, this area was the Dutch settlement of New Amsterdam. The original Wall of Wall Street was exactly that, a wooden palisade built to protect settlers. The earliest trading wasn't in stocks, but in goods, happening right on the streets. The first stirrings of organized finance began under a buttonwood tree in 1792, where 24 stockbrokers signed an agreement that would eventually become the New York Stock Exchange. The early buildings were modest, mostly brick townhouses and small offices, reflecting a merchant-class city. There was no grand architectural statement yet, just the practical beginnings of commerce. The power was budding, but it hadn't yet been cast in stone. Everything changed in the 19th and early 20th centuries. As America's industrial might grew, so did the wealth concentrated in New York. The banks and financial institutions needed to project an image of stability, security, and immense power. They turned to the architectural language of ancient Greece and Rome. This is when the great neoclassical temples of finance were born. Take a walk down Wall Street today and you'll see them. Look at Federal Hall, with its grand Doric columns, marking the spot where George Washington was inaugurated. Or the New York Stock Exchange building, completed in 1903, with its majestic Corinthian columns and a pediment sculpture called Integrity, protecting the works of man. These weren't just buildings, they were fortresses of capital. Their thick stone walls, grand staircases, and soaring ornate interiors were designed to awe customers and rivals alike. They screamed, "Your money is safe with us. We are as permanent and powerful as the ancient empires." Think of the former J.P. Morgan & Co. headquarters at 23 Wall Street. It's a fortress, deliberately designed with an austere, imposing facade to symbolize the unshakable power of the Morgan Bank. This era of classical grandeur gave way to a new kind of ambition in the mid-20th century, the race to the sky. As corporations grew into massive global entities, they needed more space. But more than that, they needed a new architectural symbol for a new era of corporate dominance. The skyscraper became the ultimate expression of power. The style shifted from heavy stone to sleek, modern designs of steel and glass. It was about verticality, efficiency, and a forward-looking vision. Instead of looking back to ancient Rome, architects looked up. Buildings like One Chase Manhattan Plaza, a shining example of the international style, showed off their structural skeletons, celebrating engineering and corporate transparency, at least in theory. The skyline of the financial district began to transform into a dense forest of towers, each one a headquarters, a monument to a specific corporation. The Twin Towers of the World Trade Center, completed in the 1970s, were the pinnacle of this ambition. They were minimalist, immense, and a powerful statement of New York's and America's economic might on the world stage. They redefined the city's skyline and became its most recognizable feature. The architecture of power was no longer about impenetrable fortresses on the ground, but about occupying the sky itself. Then came September 11, 2001. The destruction of the World Trade Center was not just a human tragedy of unimaginable scale. It was a direct assault on this symbol of American financial power. The skyline was broken, and a void was left in the heart of the city and the nation. In the aftermath, the question was not just how to rebuild, but what to rebuild. The redevelopment of the World Trade Center site became one of the most significant architectural and urban planning projects of the 21st century. The new complex couldn't just be about replacing office space. It had to be about memory, resilience, and a statement about the future. The result is a powerful blend of commerce and commemoration, the two reflecting pools of the 9/11's memorial, set within the footprints of the original towers, are a deeply moving and solemn tribute. They represent absence and loss, a powerful void that pulls you in. Rising above this hallowed ground is One World Trade Center. It's a different kind of powerful statement. Sleek, crystalline, and secure, its height is symbolically charged 1,776 feet, a nod to the year of American independence. It's an act of defiance and a symbol of rebirth. The surrounding towers and the striking Oculus transportation hub designed by Santiago Calatrava, with its soaring white wings, are all part of this new architectural language. It's a language that speaks of looking forward while never forgetting the past. The architecture here is no longer just about corporate ego. It's about collective memory and the enduring spirit of a city that was knocked down but refused to stay down. The financial district's post-9/11's architecture tells a story of survival and renewal. So, the next time you walk through the canyons of the financial district, look closer. You're not just seeing buildings, you're reading a history book written in stone, steel, and glass. You're seeing the evolution of power from the humble palisade of a Dutch colony to the neoclassical temples that projected imperial stability, to the corporate skyscrapers that raced for the heavens, and finally, to a landscape of resilience and memory. Each building tells a part of the story of how New York became the financial capital of the world, and how it continues to reinvent itself in the face of change and adversity. It's a living museum of ambition, a testament to the enduring power of human enterprise. Thanks so much for joining me on this architectural journey. If you found this story fascinating, please hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the stories hidden within our cities. Let me know in the comments which building in the financial district speaks to you the most. See you in the next video.